Box Destroyers, what's going on? Hey, look. If you know me, and you may not know me, but if you know me, you know I dig some Trello. I really dig some Trello. I use Trello for like everything. My entire life's in here. My boards, you don't even want to know. Businesses, working with VAs, different businesses, YouTube, blogging, TikTok, franchise that we own, real estate, all kinds of stuff. But my buddy is trying to get me over to this new tool. He told me Trello's so 2019. The Clickup has everything that I want and calendar embeds, and I can make video streams right there. He's going to have to sell me, though. He's going to have to sell me. Sit back, relax, watch this intro, and then we'll chat with Rock Davis, Mr. Church Marketer himself, and we're going to let him walk us through Clickup.
So, hey, Mr. Brooks, my name's Rock Davis. I'm with Clickup. So,
what's up, man? Sell me on the Clickup.
All right, so here we go. Let me bring this up behind us.
Just so everyone knows, I'm a Trello user, tried and true. I dig me some Trello.
Basic
and
Trello.
Rock said Trello's so 2019.
Yeah, it's
like it's old school.
Yeah, just Trello is not where it's at, dude. So, okay, let me show you.
All right, sell me some Clickup, man.
All right, so let me share my screen with you here. Let's see. Share screen. I got 4 screens, so let me pick the right one.
I'll be honest, man. I see Clickup and I'm like, that is so sleek looking. Like it looks so sleek.
And it has the dark version, which is really important to me because I like it to be dark.
I got you.
It's just cool looking. All right, here we go. Can you see my screen now? You good?
Duly noted. It's got a dark version. Start. Yep. I can see your screen.
Okay, right on. Okay, so this is over here on the side. This is what we call spaces. So
okay.
Basically, like you can have different workspaces. So like maybe for you might want to have one for the mobile rundown and then one for like BizCon. Like it's separate kind of businesses, kind of how I look at it.
Got it.
So this whole thing here is Mr. Church Marketer, but there's different things in here. So this is our current products. So what happens is you click here and then there's all the jobs that we have going on right now. So the way I have it set up, because our business is how it works, when somebody places an order through our website, it shows up right here. So this is like somebody ordered a website, another website, and this is just like a personal thing that shouldn't be there, but that's irrelevant for now. So then, okay, when I come in here, then I would I open this up, and then I have all the information that goes on with this job. So here's the information that she has to have here. Here's what she wants it to say. If there's colors, if there's pictures, like here's a picture to the right that I added. And then, hey, here's the domain is ready to go at GoDaddy. Let's build the site on SiteGround, like to the developer. Here's all your details. So all that's right there in that one job. And then I assigned it to my developer here. I can do a Zoom meeting through ClickUp. So I can schedule a Zoom meeting with Jonathan, who's the developer on this job or whatever, right through here. So that's pretty cool. I can do.
Did that information get imported straight from your website, or is that you like brought that over?
I brought it over. Yeah, I had to manually write it in just because this is a little bit different because of website. So it's not really our website is more like for the products, the print products specifically. Yeah. But this is kind of like more like a service job. It's a little bit different how it works. But basically, I talk to the client, get all the information, and through an email or through like a phone call, whatever, Zoom call, and then I just put all the information here in the job so that he can keep up with it. So, but it's really cool. Like he can track his time. So when he goes to work on this, he can click the time tracker, and it'll keep up with how long he's worked on it. If you're paying somebody by the hour, or if you're working for someone on the hour, you can set due dates right here.
Is that built in the time tracker?
It's all free. Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
It's all built in the due date. Hey, I started this time at this day, and this is when it's due. Is this by this time this day? It gives you notifications saying like, hey, you've got this job due in like a couple of days, or a couple of hours is due. You're past due. All this different stuff automatically. All the notifications you can do. It's really cool because like right here it says drop files. So you can just drag files in here and it just adds them to the job, which is convenient a lot of times.
That's cool.
So that's basically how you set up a job or a task. So for you, I would assume, we haven't really talked about it, but I would assume that, you have things that you need to assign to different people or keep up with, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have, so I'll just tell you how I use Trello. So like Trello, typically I'll have a board that would involve me and someone else. Like within that board, I'd have kind of all the tasks, projects, communication, like inside that board. So I guess like I see that ClickUp here has boards which look a lot like Trello boards. That's ironic. That's fun.
So basically the cool thing here is like right here. So this is list view just because of me. So let's go back to this job we're working on. So like here's a job and it's open. So that's like the first spot it comes in. Okay. And then it would have it set up. You can set these up however you want to. So mine's like waiting on design details. So if somebody orders something but they haven't told us what they want us to design it, then sorry about baby in the background.
Hey, that's life. Yeah. Hashtag real life.
Corona. Yeah. So so then like if one of the designers starts working on it, it goes in progress. When they're finished with it, need review, says Rock, look at it. And then when I look at it, if there's any changes that I see that needs to be made, I just assign it to them. If not, then I send it to the customer. That's out for review. And then if the customer says it looks good, but change this, then it goes to revisions. Then they would put it back into Rock, need review. And then, like with the website, waiting on client details, just like, hey, there's the job here, but we're waiting. And then if it goes to print, then it goes out to print. That lets me know that it's been designed, approved, and ordered. We're just in production. We're just waiting to actually ship it out. So when it ships out, I close that job out, and then I send them an email saying, here's your tracking number. I get ready to go. So
got you.
So that's all, like it moves through that. So the list view for that part of it is, that's why I have it on list view, because I can see how many jobs are in what category and what we're waiting on and who it's assigned to. Like there's another designer. This is another designer. That's another designer there. So it's go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Did you copy that from like a template, or did you just kind of build that for your company?
I think with any productivity thing, you need to build it out for your company. Yeah. So you need to sit down and say, okay, how does this place go from like the customer, or maybe your freelancer, or maybe your VA, or maybe your operations manager, whoever it is that is going to be coming here for information and task management. Yeah. Like how does that workflow go for you, and how do you want it to workflow? And that just helps kind of like come up with the overall like thing. So the process and how these need to be laid out and all kinds of stuff. Because man, you can do like right here, you got due dates. You can see all that priority. You can add things here. So you can add a column that has like it can have these color codes out for print, revisions, these colors. You can change the colors, change the names, all that stuff, of course. So it's all like just kind of like how it works best for you, and how you as the top, person of the company, delegation master, whatever, how you think, and then you just train your team to use it that way. So, but the cool thing is, like, so this is a list view. This is what you use, but with a click of a button, it's Trello boards. So now you can see all the pictures that are attached to those jobs, but you can cut that off. With just a click of a button, you can click it so you don't see those. But you don't have to change anything, because all those columns, all those statuses are the same on the board view or the list view. There's Nat view, which is pretty cool. So it kind of shows you. I don't really use this because I don't use due dates. We kind of just do it as quick as we can. But if you had due dates, you would see like, okay, this job is right here. This job is here. And it stacks them up, which is neat. Timeline is another kind of that same kind of feature. Like where are we at on the timeline with different things. Activity is, because I have multiple freelancers that do different things. So it tells me all of these jobs here, and I can look at it by designer. So this is activities, but I could do like every job that Kristen's working on, show me all her jobs, all of like Brooks's jobs he's working on, whatever. So that's pretty cool to kind of see where everybody's at. But then you go back. So that's pretty cool. Now, another thing.
Hey, real quick, what in the top right of your screen, there's like a box. Is that something that's just sitting there? Or like it's that like you're on it. Okay, I guess like you can't see what I can see. It's really weird. It's almost like that.
This I'm moving around.
Yeah.
This is just on my end. It's a picture of me and you. so I can see your
Oh,
camera.
okay.
and my
It's
camera.
like it's like on the screen. That's really weird. I don't know if
Is
that
it
it's
in the
like
way?
on your.
What about there? Is that better now? Is it still there?
Yes, it's gone.
Okay. All right.
It's
my
gone.
bad.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool. No, that's all good.
So anyway, so then this is like the main workflow for us. The main workflow is somebody buys something, it goes here, we assign it, and we keep up with it that way. Now, another thing that's cool is like automations. So there's a lot of automations that are built into ClickUp. They just rolled it out like a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago. So, but there's like, I mean, it's crazy all the automations you can do, but like, I won't do it because it's just too complex. But like, okay. A new job comes in. Every new job that comes in that has like the tag website gets this automatically assigned to myself and one of my developers. Or every job that comes in that has a tag that's a print product, it gets assigned to me and one of my graphic designers. Like it's so different things you can do. If a task, which is just like a job or something they need to do, when that gets moved to a certain status, so like need review, out review, when it gets moved there, that status automatically does something else. So it automatically notifies you of something or automatically copies that task and moves it somewhere else. Like there's all these different within ClickUp to do all these different automations, which is pretty neat.
Got you. That is cool.
Another thing that like might be pertinent, like I don't know for you or for anybody, is content. I set this up like content. So what we do is we try to look at ourselves, the whole Gary V thing, as a media company as well as a business. So one thing that we do is we scour the internet for like-minded like ideas for content that we can publish. So, I don't think you should rip people off, but you can definitely pull inspiration. So we have like a few pillars. So we talk to church communicators and church, staff members. So stuff that's relevant to them might be social media for your church, church topics that are like more broad, like right now would be like live streaming, that sort of thing. Websites, in-person services, guest follow-up, design tips and resources, that sort of thing. So what we do is we have, like you said, like Trello board kind of set up, and we just get ideas and we just upload them here. So we'll put like, here's an idea for a post. It could be a great live stream, make a great social media post. This could be a video or a podcast. It's just ideas. So we'll put.
So it's like content brainstorming, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Like for this.
But we just kind of have it like siloed out into, because a lot of people recommend that for your content, kind of like curation.
Yeah.
That you have it like narrowed down to like 5 silos or buckets. So this is, it's labeled content buckets. So this is just kind of here. Let's just scatter them in there. If it's a screenshot of something else, like if we saw it on somebody else's social media account and there was a social media post, we just screenshot that. ClickUp allows you to do that.
Oh, cool.
So what will happen, like I can be on my Google Chrome just looking at a website. If there's something that I'm like, dude, I would love to make a social media post close to that or make a video with that same kind of idea, then I can just screenshot it, ClickUp. I just have a ClickUp extension in Chrome, and I just, click that extension, and it says, create a screenshot, and I just drag my mouse over that section in the screen and attach it to a task or create a new task with that assigned to it. So like this right here. So like we were scouring the internet, and I saw this post from somebody, and I was like, that's a pretty cool idea. The same pattern week after week is a recipe for boredom, mix things up on Sunday services, build anticipation. So I'm like, that's a pretty good idea. So I just screenshotted it with ClickUp. I copied that little piece and assigned it as a new task. It popped up and said, I could create the name of the task right there. And it just, boom, it did it right there. So it went into that content bucket automatically from ClickUp.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So then, like, one of the things is, like, let's say we get one of these ideas, we like it, we open it. Like, if I hired somebody to do these, just to grab all these ideas for me, and then me as the CEO, the founder, whatever, the top level, would look at this and say, okay, this is a good idea. I like what this is saying. I come in here, give some more description, kind of build out that whole thought process, that whole piece of content. Then what I would do is I would change it from, I would change it from the status of, being websites, content bucket, and I would change it to publish. And when I click publish, I have an automation that goes and moves that card, that Trello card, from this status here of the content bucket, and it moves it into the publish queue.
Gotcha.
So then when it goes to the publish queue, then it's like, okay, we need to do further research, or we need to design something for it, or we need to record it. And then once it's recorded, it goes to publish ready. So that lets me know that, hey, this video, and I can attach that video to that card. So it'll sit here in this publish ready queue, and all I have to do now is just publish it to YouTube or Facebook or wherever I want to publish it to. And so everything's done. So that's kind of something that how we're doing it. And with Zapier, I can make it where when it goes to that publish ready queue, I can go in there and tell it, publish it on this day at this time, and have Zapier know that when I move a task that has a video, an MP4 video attached to it, then whatever due date and time that I have assigned to that task, take that video and publish it on YouTube with the task's name as the description for YouTube. And so it does it automatically. So I don't have to, yeah.
So what social channels can you publish to?
Anything.
Is that ClickUp doing that?
It is. Zapier is an automation kind of like plugin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically what it's doing is ClickUp has all these fields. So it has like on this right here, it'll have this top part here, how to plan an event series is the task name. And then it has description. So the description can be just like in a description video, you know, whatever, blah, 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 all that stuff. You can put your links in here. You can put your social media handles in here, whatever. And then you just upload and attach your YouTube video that's finished as an attachment.
Got it.
And then Zapier will pull from the information that's in that tag.
I got it.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So someone has built whatever that is in order to in Zapier, you have your account information, like which account it's going to and all that, or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
So basically, you just go to Zapier and say, okay, like I want to use this YouTube account, and here's the password and username, whatever, and here's my ClickUp account, and when a task goes to this status and it has, you can do it two different ways. If it's got a JPEG or a PNG file attached to it, then that needs to be posted on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
And you just same thing. You log in, and then it knows when it goes to this section, which like for us, it would be maybe publish ready for videos, and then we do a publish ready for pics or something. And so it would know if it goes publish ready for videos and it's got a video attached to it, then put it on YouTube. But if it goes to publish ready for pics, then go to Instagram and Facebook.
You've literally like bypassed the need for like a buffer or a Hootsuite.
Exactly.
Because you're going straight from ClickUp using Zapier and like getting it published. That's insane.
Yeah. So it's one productivity app that I have to learn, that I have to manage, and that my team has to learn and manage.
Yeah.
So, and it's all inclusive. So I have one person that runs just the social media content that doesn't touch anything else. Yeah. And then all my freelance designers and website builders are in the project section. But this is somebody totally different. They can't see when I assign them as a guest. Yep. They only see what I assign them to. So I can assign them to the content folder right here, and when they go to ClickUp, they don't see all these options. They just see this. Or like my freelancers, when they go to current projects, they don't see all of these jobs. They see only the jobs there that are assigned to. Yeah. Which works out good for us because I don't want anybody getting mad. Like if I give one designer 5 jobs and one designer's not as good, give them one, they can't see who's got what. So
sure.
Then let's go to the CRM. The CRM is something that I kind of built out. Like we talked about earlier. Yeah. Want to keep up with like, okay, who did we talk to? How did it work? Whatever. So we have a new lead follow-up system, same thing. It's just a Trello board that, hey, this is a lead. It's somebody I talked to. We didn't really do anything with it. This is, we gave them a quote. And then in here, I just tell them, hey, this is the guy that he contacted me through Facebook. I have all those tags set up. He called. Drift is our live chat on our website, email, Instagram, text, YouTube, comment, whatever. Where did they contact me at? Their name, what they asked about, and then what did we talk about? Basically, I sent him the link to the website, on this date, and then I just assign the due date of July 27th to follow up with him. So whatever date that is, I assign it to him, and then I would just move him like I quoted him. I talked to him the first time. I signed him here. That was my first attempt. Then I would do like however you want to do it, like 2 weeks later, a week later, a day later. And then, I just do it 3 times. My final attempt is, all right, I'm done. He didn't do it, whatever. So,
Yep.
Again, like you can have it set up where if you invoice it somewhere, that once it moves the invoice, then it goes to the task where now whoever does whatever with it. So it's all kinds of stuff like that you can do. So, but this is kind of cool. Go ahead.
So, no, I mean, this is awesome. So you kind of built out CRM. Yeah. So it sounds like it would be perfect for CRM too, just in this kind of sense or whatever. What about?
Go ahead.
Yeah. No.
CRM basically just I need to know, who it is, how to contact them. If it's someone that called me and I don't have their number, then I put their number. If it's a new email, I put their email there, whatever.
Yeah.
But most of these people, I know how to get in contact with them just from knowing where that came in. And and then just, hey, what did I talk to them about? If there's pertinent information, like it's a first time, like I don't know anything about them, I can put, they're a church member of 100. They only have 100 members at their church, or they have 1,000, or they have 2 kids, and one of their daughters just got married. Whatever you want to keep up with and to remember when you talk to them. You just put it in the description, man. It's just like a regular CRM. This is a 1-page website. I quoted her on this day, and I could put whatever information I wanted there and just go with it from there, and just move them through this task to see where everybody's at in the thing.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's exactly. So if you get a job, how do you communicate? Like, is this because I know there's another software you're using for like proposal or whatever. Do you send someone a proposal? I guess you just kind of email them or.
Well, no. The way that we do proposals now, or before, we were using Dubsado.
Right.
So me and you have talked about that before. So what that would happen is, hey, I've quoted them, which is just a verbal, or like a first time proposal. Like, hey man, I'm interested in getting some face masks. Well, they're this much money. Let me know when you're ready to place an order. And if they're like, hey, we're ready to place that order, then I could send them a formal proposal, and I would use something like Dubsado, or you could use PayPal or Stripe. They most of those payment processors have that kind of invoicing system built in already. So you're using it. It's usually free, so it does the job exactly what you need it to do. But if you wanted something a little bit more where you could do like an actual, here's a proposal, it's written out, here's the price, I recommend something like Dubsado. It sends them the proposal, and then once they pay the invoice, then Zapier will say, Brooks paid the invoice, so now I want to add it in my current project's job, and it'll give me the details. This is what he's doing, this is what he paid for, and then I would just assign it to somebody to work it or work it myself or whatever. So it would get brought into that process that way. So this is just mainly, the CRM is just for me to follow up with what's going on until I give them that invoice and the invoice is paid. And once that invoice is paid, then my Zapier would just plug them into the other funnel, the current projects funnel, or, whatever, like that.
Gotcha.
So if I can't take invoices inside ClickUp. It has to be outside and then brought it back in. But that's really the only thing that it can't do. So
can't do that yet.
Yeah. They're talking about it. It's in the work. Honest to God, it is in the work. So
I bet. Yeah.
And this is cool too. Like this is all past tense. I haven't been keeping up with this as good as I should have. This month so far, but we can do calendar view. So calendar view is all these. I can just look at this on my phone or whatever, and this connects to my Google Calendar. So it does two-way syncing, but it doesn't do two-way. I think they call it writing. So if I go in my Google Calendar on my phone or on the computer and, hey, I got a meeting with Brooks at this time, it's not going to put that onto my ClickUp calendar.
Okay.
But if I go into ClickUp and create that job or that meeting or whatever, it will put it on my Google Calendar.
Got it.
So and if I edit it on either platform, once that that task is created, that meeting's created, whatever, wherever I go and change, like if I change the time on ClickUp, it'll change it on Google Calendar. If I go on Google Calendar and change the time or change the description or change the title of the meeting, it will change it on ClickUp, but it just won't create that calendar event from Google to ClickUp. It has to be from ClickUp to Google initially.
Got it. Okay.
But I mean, that's all this stuff is cool, man. Like, I mean, it's crazy. And you can do the calendar view can be just for this folder, so just the stuff that's going on in the CRM, or I have a calendar set up for everything. So I can come in here on my mornings and see, okay, I've got these people or CRM people I need to follow up with. This is a meeting I have. This is so I'm building this out like block scheduling. This is what I'm gonna do from this time, and see all those events. And here's tasks that are due today. We don't do that, but you could do that. Like this task is due this day at this time, and I would see all those tasks and where we are. So there's all that stuff can be brought into your calendar. So lastly, admin. This is just stuff I did, man. You can do whatever you want. This is just kind of like how I set it up to kind of give you ideas of things that you might need to do. But like for me, I have an admin calendar that I would hire a VA or maybe, somebody else on my team to kind of keep up with this stuff. And I have like an overall thing, which is just kind of like business stuff. So like I need to set up my StreamYard. I need to set up my vMix. I need to set up Linktree. Simple, I need to check all my social media headers and profiles and make sure those are optimized for somebody looking at us for the first time. So that's just stuff that I need to do. So here I can, assign it to myself. I can assign it to someone else, due dates, all that good stuff. Then I have like website specific things that need to be done. Like we want to create certain packages. We want to add different options to different things, that sort of stuff. And then email marketing, same thing. Like, okay, we want to do this. So this is really cool. I can show you this. This is something we're working on. So we got a lot of email marketing stuff we're trying to do. And so I can come in here and I can write out, this is the welcome series if they come to us from a content platform. Mm-hmm. So they see that. So email number 1, this is kind of behind the scenes. Like, here's what we're going to send them. We're going to send them this email. It's going to be automatic and all this stuff. But I'm not good with grammar. I'm horrible with grammar. And so what I did was I assigned my wife, who's great with grammar, and said, hey, look, I've got these emails. I'm going to assign them to you. Read them. She comes in here, edits all of it right here, gets it all looking good, whatever. And then that's it. So now I know when I go to talk to my email guy that's doing our email funnels and everything, hey, man, I'm going to assign you these 3 emails. These are going to be the welcome emails. They're already there, ready to go. And then lastly, I just put all my meetings into this admin thing. So all my meetings that I have with everybody that hadn't been, we just got this kind of plugged together. But it will start just like I meet at John Mediata at 5 o'clock. So when I meet with him, it will have, the link to the Zoom meeting that I already have scheduled right here. And then if there's anything in if it's a business meeting, this is just kind of like some friends hanging out. But if it's a business meeting, I could say, okay, I need to ask him this in the description, all the stuff I need to ask. If I wanted to show him any pictures or show him any design ideas, I can attach all that. So that task can kind of, be there for us for everything.
You're putting all your meetings in here because this is basically the software you use, and because it'll push it all to your Google Calendar.
Yep.
Is that part of the reason why you're putting all your meetings in here?
100%. Because I want to go to Clickup, which I can use it on my phone. I can use it on any computer. It's web-based, so I can go to any computer and look it up and see what's going on. And I want one thing to keep up with. I don't want to have to go to my Google Calendar and then go over here. Everything's in here that's going on. Everything's attached. And the good part is everything is automated. So there's all kinds of stuff that I can do the automation to make everything kind of work smoother for me. One thing too, if you're working with VAs or working with people remotely, you can screen record. So I can come in here and actually, this is where you add a new task. So if I have a new task I want to add, reminder, time tracking, notepad, you can also do documents. So like we have some documents in here that are, here's like our, the way we do things, our SOPs, what we call it, of how we do this. And we have that written out, and it's a document inside ClickUp. So when you go to and it can be assigned to just one folder. So that's pretty neat. You could have stuff in there. If there's contact information, like, hey, if you have a question, here's who you contact, you could have that document there with that information. That sort of thing. And then is the clip, is that the screen? So is it ClickUp doing the screen recording? Yeah.
Or is it a different?
It's ClickUp's doing the screen recording, but I can record anything on my screen. So I go into ClickUp, I hit that clip recording, and then I can go to YouTube, I can go to whatever. It's recording that clip, and then it gives me the option to assign that clip to a task.
Dang.
Or I can get the link to that clip and send it to you in Facebook Messenger, text, whatever. Just send you that clip.
So like I mean, if I have permanent videos, I use my screencast software, but I use Loom if I'm doing something really quick. Currently I use Loom, you know, I click a button, but it's like, it sounds like that is what this is. It's already built in ClickUp.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
It's all one thing. And
that's cool.
Again, you have the dark view, which is cool. You know, that's cool. But yeah, Loom is very similar to Loom. I think it's probably exactly like Loom.
Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. Yeah, it's super simple, and it sounds like everything ClickUp's done is super sleek, the most modern technology, really simple. Here's my big question, man. What's the learning curve? Because like what you have built out here is pretty in depth. So is it like, did you watch videos to get going, or did you just get in and start clicking around and like figure it out?
I just sat down and I thought, okay, how do I get this to do what I need it to do? And then basically it's how do I want my process to work? So how do I want my process to work? Really me thinking my processes through made it work for me. So it's not hard. It's not hard to come up with the process. What's hard is to write it down and to make it work the way that you want it to work. And then it's just clicking buttons and pulling things together. And then thinking, okay, when this happens, what do I usually do that I don't want to happen? And so ClickUp is working on now. They are working on a Gmail application where when a task moves to a certain status, then an email automatically sends to that person. So you can do that kind of now through Zapier, another, it's integrated, which is pretty cool. So like for us, we send out an email with a shipping notification with something shipped. So when it moves from out for print, that means it's been in production. And when it actually ships, we just close that task out. When we click close, it'll automatically send an email saying, hey, Brooks, your product has been shipped. And then all I have to do is copy and paste the tracking number in there and then click send and it's ready to go. So there's all kinds of things that in the future that it'll connect and make things easier. So anything Trello can do, it can do better.
And there you have it, guys. There you have it. I'm not going to make up your mind for you. I'm going to let you make the decision. If you want to sign up with ClickUp, I'll put a link down below. If you want to sign up to Trello, I'll put a link down below. I love the tools. I love them. I'm going to continue using, personally, I'm going to continue using Trello the way I've been using Trello. But I have new projects that I am going to move over to ClickUp. Trello, if you're listening, I still love you. But I'm going to try ClickUp on some of these other new projects and just see. I'm just going to see how it goes. So you guys do what you want. Do what works for your business. Just make sure you destroy the box. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. All the things. Talk to you soon. Take care.